Hi everyone, Jay here with jaysonlinereviews.com, and in this video slash blog post I'm going to go over, this is a guest blog post that was submitted on my blog and it's a really good one, so I thought I'd turn it into a video and share it with you. It's titled How to Build an Online Business While You Have a Full-Time Job. It's a case study, how to start a business venture when you are already working full-time, you're a parent, you don't have to be a parent, but this is what this is concentrating on, and can only invest, you got limited funds to invest. But if you just want to start a business while you have a full-time job, this is a good article as well. You can keep out the $100 investment a month thing, and it'll give you some good tips though. So let me dive in here. Before I dive in, right below this video there's going to be a link to this blog post. You can also stop in and sign up for my free training and my recommendations and all that good stuff. That'll be in the video description box. You can check out. So that being said, let me get to this blog post here. Okay, if it doesn't cost you in money, it costs you in time. Heard that one before. The old adage is perfectly true. But believe it or not, it's perfectly normal to start a new venture with almost none of these two resources. Crazy? For sure. Impossible? Certainly not. I'll show you how. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Frederic Cotart from Strasbourg, France. This is the guest poster's name. He holds a bachelor's in law, and he is a 9-to-5 worker. He really hates it. On top of my passion, business, which is a web design agency called Strass Design. He's married, they have a 6-year-old, and they share their home with a cute mini lop rabbit. Does this sound familiar to you? That delicate juggling act between developing your passion and being a real-life adult isn't a new one after all. Our jobs provide just enough to pay the bills, plus a few extras, but they don't free up many resources for growing a business. So I asked myself, if I had just $100 to spend on his web design company, what's the one thing that would get the greatest benefit? Oh, and one more thing. Until recently, I didn't know a thing about marketing and had absolutely no connections. It's the same story for a lot of us web guys. My passion is to code attractive, mobile responsive websites for startup entrepreneurs on a shoestring budget. What do I know about marketing strategies? It's not the kind of thing they teach in most web design courses, and I'll bet you it's not on everyone's lips in your industry either. So the question is, how can I solve this problem? Quit my job? It's possible, but it's risky. My wife would have a few things to say. Quit my family? No way. Be in more than one place at the same time? If only. Well, remember, I told you it's not impossible. Here I'll break down into 5 steps the way I've been able to maintain my busy life and create a new business for myself. Just give me the next 10 minutes and I'll save you a load of cash, time, and trouble. Step 1, don't panic. Worrying can be useful to spur you into taking action and solving problems. But if you're preoccupied with the what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, worrying becomes a problem. Unrelenting doubts and fears can be paralyzing. They can sap your emotional energy, send your anxiety levels soaring, and interfere with your daily life. But worrying is a habit that can be broken. You read that right. You can train your brain to stay calm and look at life from a more positive perspective. And then you ask yourself, how can you do that? Ask yourself, if the problem is solvable, and how? Reverse engineer it and break it down. You'll find that the solution comes in bite-sized, orderly, easily actionable tasks if you just slow yourself down to think about this. Challenge the reality of anxious thoughts. You might find that after reverse engineering your problem, the anxiety begins to lift. After all, if a problem is solvable, then is this anxiety really necessary? Accept uncertainty. There's a big difference between successful entrepreneurs and unsuccessful ones. The successful people know that nothing is set in stone. By accepting uncertainty, you can make your own impact. And isn't that better than getting swept away by stress and failure? Be aware of how others affect you. You're the boss in your life and business, and limiting beliefs of others isn't your problem. This shift in mindset enabled me to stop listening to the advice of people around me who have never owned a business and instead begin to focus on what I need to do to achieve my own objectives. Focus on the present rather than the past or future. That's the next step. We can't change what's already been, and what will happen depends only on what we do right now. So being present in all that we do is the greatest and most freeing perspective on work and life. Confine your worrying to one time period during the day. By integrating worry into a scheduled planning session each day, I can focus on the jobs that need doing the most and prioritize each one by their importance. Remember, worrying can be useful under the right circumstances. Step 2, put yourself first. After all, if you're not taking care of yourself, who is? You might feel like taking care of yourself first is selfish, and for many people it's very hard to do. But when you have a family, job, and a business, burnout can strike you down in full force. To be able to take care of your family, you have to first take care of yourself. Most entrepreneurs put sleep on the back burner, getting just enough to get by. But you need your sleep, some downtime, and some time away from work. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's been proven that healthy breaks are vital for the mind so that you can create, think, and reflect. Immediately you will feel better, and when the online OCD starts to wear off, you'll feel more in control. Looking and feeling good, eating wholesome, healthy foods. I lost my spot here for a minute. Looking and feeling good, eating wholesome, healthy food, and ensuring you have some downtime are some of the most important things you can do. When I take a stern look at my diet and schedule downtime in my daily routine, my daily productivity started to rise. It helps to get your head in the right frame of mind, which is very true. Step 3, invest in a coach or a mentor. And I can second that. This is very important. If you don't invest in it, I'm going to go off beat here for a second, but if you don't invest in a coach or a mentor, you're going to be wasting a lot of time. And like, time is money. You know, you might be able to figure everything out on yourself, but it could take you a year longer or whatever. Learn from somebody that's been there and done that. It's going to be your fast road to reaching, your goals or success. All right, let me get back to his point here. Step 3, invest in a coach or a mentor. You might be wondering what I invested that $100 a month in. This is by far the smartest business decision I ever made, and this is where my small monthly budget goes. If you really want to level up, you need to work one-on-one with a mentor who can provide you with some guidance. Before I invested in a mentor, my marketing was a mess of pay-per-click, social networking, and purchasing Fiverr gigs, promising 40,000 targeted leads. It was a long shot. Do yourself a favor. Work with a coach or a mentor and click delete on all that crap. Now we implement a strategy of marketing. The one thing every business needs but can never find at the beginning. A coach or mentor is dedicated to being your personal sounding board as they push the benefits of their knowledge and expertise over to you. So be present, listen, and act. Doing so allows your coach to propel you out of your comfort zone so that you can take the positive actions required to finally get your business off the ground. My mentor assists and guides me in growing my business by helping me clarify my vision of my business and how it fits in with my personal goals. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. I've read a good chunk of it. There's a lot more here. If you like what I was reading to you, you want to learn more, it's a really good post, and he goes on and on about it, about how to do this and what he's doing in his personal life to build his business. There's actually quite a bit more than what I haven't read. This post is pretty long, and it's very in-depth. But I don't want this to get too long. Click that link below in the video description box. I'm going to leave you the link to this blog post, which is right here. It's a big link. You're going to click that, and it'll take you over to this blog post where you can read it yourself, bookmark it, share it with somebody. That'd be cool. And before I go here, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive all my future video tutorials, blog updates, and everything else I do online and through YouTube. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.